because right now, it does look bad for Diddy, but you have to make sure if you're the feds that is airtight.
So
You are ready. So welcome back to Monarch Smart TV, everyone. And if this your first time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for your boy and turn them notification bells on all so you do not miss a content. Why? Because we be bringing them bangers that you do not want to miss. So for everybody old and new, go ahead and like up this video. You already. In today's video, we back on that Diddy situation. Cassie, she decided she want to talk. That, at least that's what the Fed said, but her case was a lawsuit, like a civil lawsuit. She was all about the bread. She wasn't trying to send Diddy to jail. She just wanted more bread. And with me, like, my opinion is kind of different from a lot of folks' opinion. Like, when the crime happened to you right there and then, you have to report it. Don't sit on the crime and come forth a month, a year, 5 years, 10 years later and try to charge somebody or try to sue somebody. Now I don't believe you. I do not believe you now, because when the crime happened, that's when you're supposed to report it. Now that your ass is broke, you want to sue somebody? And why not? Why are you trying to get the person locked up? Why you just want money? I don't understand these people. Like, I don't believe nobody that come forward 5 years later, 10 years later, and trying to get money from somebody when they did not report that crime when the crime first happened. I don't believe none of y'all. I don't care what y'all saying. The only people I might believe is if it's kids that living in a household that being molested and they scared to report it until they became an adult and live on their own type of situation. But all these fabricating stuff that y'all was having fun at that time, making money and enjoying all the freakiness that y'all was doing, y'all was enjoying it. Now that y'all ass is going broke, y'all think y'all could just come around and I was doing all this freaking up stuff with this person and he's still a billionaire, so I need some bread. That's not how it work. You feel me? So get y'all popcorns, get y'all spliff, get whatever y'all need to get y'all legs up, relax, and check out the facts.
Federal investigators apparently have secured a key witness against Sean Diddy Combs. TMZ reports the rapper's ex-girlfriend, singer Cassie, is cooperating in this sex trafficking probe. Now, she was the first person to come forward with allegations of abuse, which Diddy continues to deny, but the rapper continues to lay low, went for a bike ride in Miami, but he was spotted riding that bike yesterday, saying hello to fans along the way. Apparently, he was out for about 45 minutes and a lot of pictures along the way. Todd Pyro, the co-anchor of Fox and Friends First, also a lawyer.
Yes, sir.
Good morning to you.
Morning.
You say the point off the top that needs to be remembered here is that no charges have been filed. Okay.
Correct.
Take that on its face. What comes next then?
Well, that obviously is the big question. And on this Cassie stuff, people are wondering, well, she settled. Didn't she have a non-disclosure agreement? We have to remember, non-disclosure agreements are for things that are untoward, not for serious crimes like the allegations of sex trafficking. Sex trafficking isn't just untoward. It's a heinous crime that you cannot disclaim in a non-disclosure. So that's why she's able to talk to the feds. So what's happening right now? They want an airtight case because you're not going up against Todd Pyro with no resources. You're going up.
Let's pause this for a second. So, so with Cassie lawsuit, it wasn't nothing to do with no sex trafficking, nothing. So where this sex trafficking charges coming from? Remind you, he hasn't been charged for anything yet, but it's just allegations out there about sex trafficking. Where is this coming from? Huh? Who is out there talking about sex trafficking when Cassie ain't mentioned none of that? So, but they got Cassie now to on their side. So, do Cassie want to send Diddy to jail after receiving 30 million? I don't know. Why is she talking? I don't know. Is the feds just saying that she talking because they want to get other people to come to the table and talk? I don't know. Who knows? Diddy could be innocent. All these could be just fabricating charges that, not even charges, because nobody haven't been charged. It could be just speculation, fabricating situation on Diddy. Nobody knows the facts yet until he's actually being charged for something.
Against Diddy. He's got hundreds of millions of dollars to defend himself. They need to make sure that this case is as airtight as possible. And as well, Bill, you have to remember, a lot of the characters that you would be putting on the stand in a case like this, let's not say they're probably not the Harlem Boys choir. They themselves have credibility issues. So you want to make sure every I is dotted, every T is crossed, and then you get the full range of every possible witness you can get into that complaint. Because right now, it does look bad for Diddy, but you have to make sure if you're the feds that is airtight.
So
I don't trust law system no more. I don't trust the feds. I don't trust the government. I don't trust nobody, to be honest. Because why did you raid this man's house and nobody hasn't been locked up? So you raid on some hearsay stuff, right? That's it. You raid this man's house and tear this man's house up on some hearsay ish. Because if the feds is raiding, usually all I know is when feds raid, people going to jail. You just don't raid because you looking for evidence. What kind of ish is that? You supposed to raid and lock people up because you already have all the evidence. And that's what you hear? You hear when the feds come, they already got everything. They knows everything already. People, it's going down. Cut the bull ish. It ain't nothing like that. These feds came and they have nothing. They came looking for something. They knows nothing. That's what I see. You feel me? That's what I see. These feds knows nothing. Cause you raid this man's house looking for things. And that's not the way stuff's supposed to work. You supposed to already did your investigation. Got all your evidence. And then raid. Cause you raiding to lock them up.
Oh, to that point, celebrity reaction to the mansion raids. Okay, so 50 Cent said they don't come like that unless they got a case. And then this one from Aubrey.
Yo, who cares what 50 Cent say? 50 Cent, he's next. He's just out there in the media trying to distance himself from Diddy like he wasn't there at the parties and stuff. Like he never been nowhere with Diddy. You not gonna separate and distance yourself, homie. You was there. If you wasn't there, how you know so much? You part of that crowd. You ain't gonna distance yourself, homie. No sirree.
O'Day, respectfully, I've been telling y'all this for 2 decades, and did anyone listen? No. And then Suge Knight says he's got a warning. I tell you what, Puffy, your life is in danger because you know the secrets. Who's involved in that little secret room you guys are participating in?
To me, the Suge Knight comment highlights what I think is the biggest unanswered question in this case. How far does this extend? Are we talking Epstein level? Are we talking Weinstein level?
See, ain't none of these people on TV knows nothing, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing. None of these people, black, white, Asian, whatever, they just on here to fabricate stuff and give their opinion. They knows nothing. So don't let nobody trick you. Don't let none of these social media, YouTube content creator, oh, Diddy is done, oh, this, that, the third, they got all the information, oh, the feds just put out Diddy dirty tapes, oh. Yo, everything I done seen on these content creators and people is so stupid enough to really watch all the dumbness on these thumbnails that people been saying. Yo, it's crazy, it's crazy, it's crazy. But you already know Monarch is here to bring the facts. No fabricating stuff.
Because there are unconfirmed reports that Diddy had cameras in his various rooms for his various parties. The thought process being, am I going to be able to get blackmail against individuals that come to these parties. You're doing that not for, again, the Todd Parros of the world. You're doing that for real famous and very powerful people. So that's why Suge's comment is so fascinating. As for the other two comments, yes, Aubrey O'Day probably told a lot of people, but me telling you at a cocktail party is a lot different than speaking down under oath to the feds. And you have to realize that. That said, everybody seems to be singing right now. And so I think that's where they're going to get, the feds that is, the full range of witness testimony against
Okay, so you had Cassie filed, and it seemed, and then she settled the next day.
Right.
So that's out there. And you have 3 other women and a man.
So you hear that? Cassie filed a lawsuit, and then she settled the lawsuit the next day. It was all about money, ladies and gentlemen. If Diddy did all this brutal, crucial, rape, sexual stuff towards you, why are you not trying to see him go to jail? Why? This was all about money only.
Who filed accusations. Are these accusations all the same? Are they similar?
They are similar. They obviously result from a different nexus of action. There aren't necessarily the same event all 4 times by your count, but they all go for around the same thing. And so the question becomes,
they all the same. They seen Cassie got money, so everybody got their hands out. They like, yo, I was doing what Cassie was doing too, so I need some bread as well. Like, if Diddy never gave Cassie no money, this shit would have ended. Diddy would have took her to court, and she probably wouldn't even get no bread, because she was indulged. She was Diddy's girlfriend. They was down together doing this together. It was a togetherness. It ain't like at any time she was like, nah, I ain't down with that. Because remind you, you not kidnapped. You could leave that environment at any time. But Cassie was a good girl though. You feel me? Whatever Diddy said, she listened, she followed. She was a good girl. I give her that. But at the same time, you ain't have to listen. You grown. You could have left. You could have been like, no, I'm not doing that. You feel me? But you love what you was doing at that time. All the sex games, all the parties, all the music, all the money. You was enjoying it. Yes, ma'am.
how credible are those 4, but how far does it extend? I think it extends way beyond the 4 if I'm sort of reading the tea leaves, but we won't know that until the feds finish their investigation. You have to think, though, if they are going in guns blazing, literally like they did at these mansions, they have to feel confident that they have a lot more than just these 4.
Some are saying that.
Nah, that's not facts. That's not facts at all. The feds nowadays, they do dumb-ish, and they have nothing. They did that to Donald Trump. They raid Donald Trump home, gun blazing, just for documents. For documents. And Donald Trump, the only reason why you ain't see armored trucks and tanks and stuff like that at Donald Trump house, because Donald Trump had Secret Service there, so they could not come there the way they came at Diddy. They had to call the Secret Service first and let the Secret Service know, yo, we coming. Else it would have been a shootout. It would have been Secret Service shooting out with the feds. You feel me? So they had to make that phone call and let the Secret Service know that the feds was coming. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. But that's how the feds work now. They came to Donald Trump for documents. Documents. Papers. So now they came at Diddy house looking for documents. Looking for videotapes. Looking for anything they could get their hands on to match the claim that these people are claiming. They have nothing. They have nothing. So all these computers and phones, whatever gadget they took, hopefully they find something on there. But so far, they have nothing. Everything is so far is being fabricated by all these people trying to sue Diddy. Cassie was his girl, so she probably been through a lot of bull. And You got to remember, Diddy don't have to do anything to Cassie for Cassie to get money. If you live with a rich man for a certain period of time and y'all separating, the judge gonna make sure you reimburse her some funds because she was living a healthy life, wealthy life with you. And now that y'all gonna separate it, the judge gonna want you to grant her a few millions as well. That's how it works without any crime. So Cassie deserve her bread, but all these other people that's coming thinking they could just sue and get bread, it don't work like that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So everybody else case is going to court. Yes, sir. Everybody else cases is going to court.
That was over the top in all this video.
If I'm the defense, I absolutely play that angle. One, it's off the top. Two, why did you coordinate with the media? You're tainting the jury pool by doing that. You're making my client guilty right off the bat. And then third, the big defense thing is that credibility issue. If I'm the defense, I'm focused on those three things. At this point, until we know more and until charges are potentially filed.
Well, that's what question I know you guys want to go, but the time between the raid and an indictment, and from your experience as a lawyer, is this typical, usual, or a long time?
I mean, could be long, could be short. It was pretty short with regard to another mansion raid in South Florida.
Right.
I'll leave it at that. But it could be long. In this case, keep in mind that in the Trump case, there is a presidential election they're trying to speed up for. There's no rush in this Diddy case.
Yeah. I didn't hear this bit about cooperating with the media or coordinating with the media.
The media was there.
Who they coordinate?
Yeah, man, they really don't know nothing, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing. They don't really know nothing. They have to wait on the feds to say what they gonna say, to see if any charges gonna come against Diddy. Everybody just speculating right now and giving their opinion. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. So you already. If you like content like this, make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. You already. So peace and love. And we up out of here.